Hey there, Recovery fam! Welcome back to Scott's Thoughts, where you never have to feel alone. Hope you're all doing well and staying safe and warm. I'm bringing you today another reading from the Just for Today book as part of the NA literature. It's more of a spiritual read for me than some of the other literature, so I'm gonna do a reading for you today. And today's reading is for March 27th, and the reading today is called Looking for the Assets. And there's always a little reading before the reading. And today's little reading says, in accordance with the principles of recovery, we try not to judge, stereotype, or moralize with each other. And that's from the basic text, page 11 from the blue book of Narcotics Anonymous. And the reading for today is, how many times in our recovery have we misunderstood the behavior of another? Immediately formed a judgment, applied a label, and neatly tucked the individual into a pigeonhole. Perhaps they had developed a different understanding of a power greater than ourselves, so we had concluded that their beliefs were unspiritual. Or maybe we saw a couple having an argument. We assumed their relationship was sick, only to find out later that their marriage has prospered for many years. Thoughtlessly tossing a fellows under category saved us the effort of finding out anything about them. Every time we judge the behavior of another, we cease to see them as potential friends and fellow travelers on our road to recovery. If we happen to ask those we are judging if they appreciate being stereotyped, we would receive a resounding no in response. Would we feel slighted if this were done to us? Yes, indeed. Our best qualities are what we want others to notice. In the same way, our fellow recovering addicts want to be well thought of. Our program of recovery asks us to look positively at life. The more we concentrate on the positive qualities in others, the more we notice them in ourselves. And there's always a just for today, and today's just for today is, just for today, I will set aside my negative judgments of others and concentrate instead on appreciating the favorable qualities in all. So yeah, so for me, I relate to that. I remember when I first came into recovery, I was always just still comparing. You know, I wasn't as bad as you, or if they didn't believe the same way I did, I just, I would just put, like I said, I would push them aside, and I wouldn't want to be open-minded to listening to what they said, right? So, for me today, open-mindedness is a huge deal, and that's how I learned today. Just because someone doesn't believe the same way I do doesn't mean that they're not in recovery for the same reasons, right? I've had sponsors that don't have the same belief system, but that doesn't mean that we still don't, or still not able to relate or learn from each other, right? And I experience that all the time in recovery. Sometimes I lose my way, right? So I'll use someone else's higher power until I get back on the beam with my own, and that's periodically still happens in my recovery, where I feel lost again, right? So that's why it's so important to be able to, for me, not to judge people today. I'm open-minded to new ways of thinking and acting and perceptions, and and when I get to the point in my life or in recovery where, I get to the back to that horrible place again where I got this, that's not a good place, and I think I have to do this all on my own again. And I don't. That's why it's so important I have a wide variety or a network of people in recovery that I can reach out to, and I'm able to communicate with my family and stuff like that because I have words. I'm able to express my thoughts and my emotions and let myself feel, and be open to new ways of thinking and acting, because I still have a lot to learn myself, and that's okay today, I'm always learning, I'm always growing, I'm always becoming my own individual, and I'm always saying everything evolves, right? My belief system evolves, my environment evolves, I evolve as my own individual. And it's all about being open-minded. You know, I don't want to be that judgmental person. I don't want to pigeonhole someone, and that's what it talks about. We put labels on people and stuff like that, and that's what I would have done before. You know, you just label someone and then put them off on a shelf somewhere, and you just don't want to deal with it. Well, those are the people in my life that sometimes I learn the most from, because those are the people that make me look at myself. And sometimes I need to sit with them at a table or have a conversation with them so I can get a better understanding of them. You know, and that's what it's about. It's about connecting with another person. And when I'm trying to isolate or I'm avoiding someone and stuff like that's we talk about when we start noticing the positive things in other people. We're more apt to realize the more positive things within ourselves as well. If I'm just focusing on all the negative stuff that in others, then that's what I'm gonna manifest within myself. I'm only gonna see the negative as well. So if I'm putting out the positive, I'm gonna get back positive. If I'm putting out the negative, I'm gonna get back negative, right? But I don't want the negative today. I want the positive today. And when I'm thriving in the positiveness of life, that's where I have more of that spiritual growth. I have more of that personal growth. So I don't want to judge people. I want to be open-minded of new ways of thinking and acting and perceptions and stuff like that. So yeah, so I can really identify with the reading, you know, looking for the assets in people instead of the faults. I was seeing, you know, you just have to look at your log in your own eye instead of looking at the splinter in someone else's eye, right? so yeah, I hope you're, like I said, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe and warm. If you're new to the community, welcome home. Welcome home to Scott's Thoughts, where you never have to feel alone. And I'll see you all again very soon. Have a wonderful day.